I've been a gym rat ever since I was a kid. I was always working out, riding my bike, going to the gym. And I was in the military for 6 years, and then the FBI, and then competitive martial arts. So physical fitness was always a part of my lifestyle. It was, like brushing your teeth. It was about a week after my 59th birthday, and I woke up with jaw pain and it wouldn't resolve. So I went down to eat breakfast with my wife and probably did the smart thing and told her that we should have this checked out at Northern Dutchess Hospital. I walked in there and said, hey, I'm having a little bit of chest pressure and jaw pain and shortness of breath, and they took that very seriously. Within 3 minutes, I was on an examining table and had a doctor looking me over, and I was introduced to the term STEMI, heart attack. I guess that's the type of cardiac problem I was having. And they triaged me there and gave me some of those clot-busting drugs. And then from there, I was packaged up and shipped to Vassar Hospital, where I was treated by their cardiac team. I eventually had 3 stents put in for heart blockages.
So a heart attack is an occluded blood vessel or an artery that supplies blood to the heart. When that blood vessel is occluded, the area of the heart which is affected might die. Now, a STEMI is a very specific type of heart attack when the entire blood vessel occluded and requires emergent attention from a catheterization or a stent. When you have a STEMI, many folks have heard of the term time is myocardium or time is heart muscle. A STEMI requires immediate intervention to prevent the heart muscle from dying and can even prevent death.
What I wasn't factoring in, despite all my fitness history or lifestyle, if you want to call it that, was that I had a family history of heart disease. My maternal grandfather died of a heart attack at 50, and then I had an aunt who had a series of heart attacks in her mid-50s, and she was a very active woman, still is. She survived. And the doctors told me, you look really great for having had a heart attack, and thank you very much, but here I am. So they said that it's the genetic component, that despite your lifestyle, your physical activity, that you have a genetic predisposition to it.
There are many factors that contribute to a patient developing coronary artery disease, which may eventually lead to a STEMI. And things like high cholesterol, diabetes, hypertension, and smoking, these are all important risk factors that may make a patient more likely to develop coronary artery disease. However, sometimes you could have none of those things, and it's critically important to know your family history. If you have a strong family history, it's important that you let your doctor know and go for regular checkups at least once per year.
After my heart attack, I went to Northern Dutchess Hospital and took advantage of their cardiac rehab program and took that very seriously.
Greg was very committed to the program, and the program gave him the confidence to continue a pretty intense exercise regimen that he took very seriously. He also carried through on his days he wasn't in cardiac rehab and has continued to do well post-cardiac rehab. When you start cardiac rehab, you have a lot of emotions going on. When you're hit with a diagnosis or needing some type of intervention, it can affect your psychosocial processing. Some patients come in very anxious, some very depressed. We try to give them ways to manage stress. Stress plays a huge role in cardiac health. And by getting some tools under your belt that helps manage the stress, you can go forward in many areas of your life and adapt those tools to handle the challenges that life throws at you.
The Get Fit program I found very useful in terms of monitoring my own physical activity, particularly in terms of my heart attack recovery. And I was fairly diligent with logging every single workout that I did, whether it be walking or weights or judo or even mowing the lawn by hand. I guess winning the contest is just a happy circumstance after that. Actually, I feel great when I do work out, especially in judo. My cardio capacity is much better than it was. So I try to keep active every day. I call it yardio, working in the yard, mowing the lawn, that sort of thing. I'm back to doing what I was doing and actually doing more than what I was doing before. So yeah, I feel pretty good.